J32A3. All right, guys. There she is. A lot of people said I couldn't do it. They said, no, that's not going to work. You can't use the 2003 Honda Accord stock ECU. It's not going to work. No, no, no. But guess what, guys? I did it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something that they never tried, if they've never tried. You got to try and fail. And then you could say, I can't do it. But even then, there's always ways around it. So with that said, this is the J-Swap inside my EG Hatch. And lots of work, lots of time in it. It's my first J-Swap. Like I said, this is all the wire harness out of the Honda Accord, including the cluster. So I have the Honda Accord cluster, the Honda Accord fuse box, the Honda Accord ECU. So it runs like a stock Honda Accord. The only issue that I'm having is when I lose traction, it doesn't want to go. So I have to shut the car off and turn it back on. But that's only when I'm doing burnouts. If I'm driving it, it is fine. So, like I said, guys, I am using the Honda Accord setup. So here is a fuel pump, and I modified the cap. Normally it's a plug, you turn it and you take it out so you can fill in gas. Well, here is the OEM Honda Accord fuel pump. So with that said, it is a returnless line. So this goes all the way up into the fuel rail. Let's take a look. So yes, I am going to be switching over to a return system. But for right now, just to get the car running, I have it hooked up right here. So this goes into the fuel rail, and it goes in, and it supplies the fuel. So my line is right here, and then it goes in the cabin, and goes all the way back to the fuel cell. So that's how I got the fuel running, because I was going to do a return system, but the return system, I just don't have the time or the money to get into that right now. So I knew that I'd be able to get it started because it's still on the OEM setup. So with that said, I was like, you know what? Let's go. Let's send it. And this is what we got. So like I said, guys, it's essentially a 2003 Honda Accord in here. This is only for track use. That's why the interior is gutted the way it is. If you guys want to try something like this on your car that has a full interior, it will be a lot difficult, way more difficult, excuse me, because you're going to have to go through the dash and find ways to wire it and hide the wiring, because as you can see over here, I still have to button up all the wiring because it's just sitting there and it's kind of ugly. But again, it's a track car, so who really cares? And I have to mount up a nice little bezel. Oh, and for those of you guys wondering, they're like, oh, how are you running it on a stock ECU? Like I said, guys, I took this out of a 2003 Honda Accord. So this key is still programmed to that ECU over there. So, like I said, I saved myself a ton of money when I took everything out of the Honda Accord. Because you trying to piece all this together, it's actually going to get quite expensive, just like it is for any K-Swap or J-Swap. So with that said, essentially I got the bare bones to get this baby running and driving, and she does quite well. So thanks to everybody watching. Thanks for everybody staying tuned. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know, because I've done the whole swap. I did the swap myself, and it came out quite awesome. Oh yeah, here's the fuse box. I also have to mount this, but this is the Honda Accord fuse box. So I wanted to put it inside the car, but there's really not much room for the wiring to travel inside the car. So I'm going to see what I can do, because this cable that connects to the wire harness is right here. It's really short, so there's really not much room. This is for the battery, which I can extend, which is not a problem. But this one is the problem child here. So I'll have to find a way to extend that and possibly move this inside the cabin if that's possible. I'll have to see what I can do and go from there. But as of right now, that's where it stays. So like I said, it's a work in progress, so I apologize for not keeping you guys in the loops. That's why, like I said, if you have any questions or concerns, leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe, because I'm trying to take this to the track and see what I can do for numbers. So that's it for that. Later on, I will be trying to upgrade to an AEM setup. Or I might even actually, before I go do that, I'm going to work with the K-tuner setup, where you can kind of boost up the airflow, the fuel ratio, and things of that nature. Because, like I said, guys, this is a Honda Accord. So I still have K-tuner works off of the OBD2 port. So I still have the OBD2 port, and that's why I know I only have the EVAC code, because I just hook up my OBD2 scanner and I can read my codes. And that's why I figured out that I was having an issue with the throttle response for the throttle body. A lot of people think it's the throttle body or the drive-by wire, which I have down here. That is basically your throttle cable. But what I needed, because I had the drive-by wire, I had the throttle body electronic, what I needed was this guy here. It's the electronic throttle body module. So you need this before you can actually get any type of response. So yeah, that's that. This is the J32A3 6-speed. And hopefully you guys will be seeing this soon. Thanks for everybody and their continued support. Thanks for everything. And you guys have yourself a great day. Thanks for tuning in.